What up? I'm Ben.
I'm Tommy.
And we're talking board games.
And today we are talking about Viticulture.
How do you say that?
Viticulture.
One more time.
Viticulture.
That's what I thought.
Yes. Specifically the Essential Edition.
Because if you don't have the Essential Edition,
you're essentially lame.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. There's a lot of old school viticulturers out there that are viticultures? Vinters.
Viticulture.
Vinters. Vinters are people that make wine.
Ah.
Yes. Things I learned from playing Attica.
Ah.
Yes. Another review that we have. Go check it out! But first, watch this one, because this one is much better and there's not actually wine making.
Or you can double our view count. Go watch that one, then come back and start this one again.
Screws up our watch time, though.
Double
our average watch time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, that's not anything you need to worry about.
Those are minute
This
details.
is what you need to worry about here. Is this a good game? Should you go out and buy that? The answer is yes. It's great. Go buy it. Review over. What more need I say? Anyway, Viticulture.
Fantastic.
A game by Jamie Stegmaier and a few other people. Okay. Alan Stone and Morte Monrad Pederse. I totally said all of those 100% correctly. Jamie Stegmaier.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Jeremy.
No, Jamie Stegmaier.
Anyway, this Stonemaier Games. This came out quite a while ago. Then they did Tuscany, and then they did the Essential expansion, or the Essential Edition, and then they did the Tuscany Essential, or whatever. I don't know the exact order of these things.
Yeah,
but
I haven't even bothered.
Basically, this is a worker placement game. And the thing that separates this from other worker placement games, because pure worker placement, I feel, is not much of a thing anymore. If you have a worker placement game that's just, I go here, you can no longer go there, you got to figure something else out, because it's
that's old school.
It's old school. It's gone. It is gone the way of the dodo bird, as it were.
Poor dodos.
Poor worker placement. But in what separates this from other worker placements is you have seasons, and you place your worker in the specific season that you are, but you need to save those workers for later seasons, and you don't get your workers back each season. Mm-hmm. You get them back at the end of the year. Plus, depending on the player count, there are a number of different spaces that you can go to. And because of the Grande workers that are now included in the Essential Edition, you can still go somewhere that is completely full one time with that Grande worker, which I think is amazingly great. Having something that you can still, it's like, okay, I'm gonna prioritize going here because I know that I'm not gonna be able to get this. So I'm going to save my Grande worker for that. There are so many good choices in this game. So yeah, you got the seasons, you got the workers, and then you're just trying to sell wine orders or get points some other way, but mostly through wine orders that you're going to get because there's a lot of cards to draw and stuff. And it's a great game. Do you disagree?
No, it's a good game.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I like it.
It's such a good game. This is one of my favorite worker placements. I don't know where it ranks. We haven't gotten that far in our list making. But I love this game.
This game does a lot of things right.
Yeah.
As far as worker placement goes, that can really be appreciated. The first thing is that it's for, I don't know how to phrase this right, for the amount of depth and decision making, it's very friendly to new players.
Yes, this is true.
I'd say large part because of the cards. The cards add
a little bit of luck.
A little bit of luck, a little bit of random element that makes it so that those who have played the game and know it very well and who are, hardcore gamers can't just run away with it.
Yeah.
And then you also like to talk about the Grande worker. Like that's a very nice addition for those people who, have that fallback that at least I can do this. I have something within my control no matter what type thing. So it's a very accessible game in that aspect, but how you approach it and just worker placement in general typically have that depth that requires, a little bit more planning, a lot more evaluation of risk assessment as you're waiting for different actions and whatnot.
Oh, for sure. easily that almost push your luck element.
Especially the turn order in this game is very, very good at bringing that into
Love
play.
the turn order. This is one of the best implementations of like a bidding for turn order kind of thing that I can think of. I love this. And it is exponentially so in the expansion, which we will do in just a moment. But the turn order in this is so great. The way that the seasons are broken up, and there's only 2 in the Essential Edition. You've got summer and winter, and then you have the spring visitors. No, you have spring and winter. I don't remember. And then you have 2 winter. No, I don't know. Spring, fall? Summer visitors and winter visitors.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, the game... The cards add a lot of luck, like you said, but there's a lot of mitigating that in, do I go first? Do I try to go first in order and not get what I'm looking for? Or do I try to go a little bit later and try to mitigate my luck a little bit more to get something that I'm looking for? Do I go to this spot first so I can guarantee myself 2 cards? Or do I come here first so I can get the 1 coin discount? Like, there's just so much mitigation that is there if you want it.
But it's all good.
Right.
Which is very welcoming and forgiving to new players.
Right. Exactly.
But to the experienced gamer, you have those decisions, and the thought process can extend a little further.
Exactly. I thoroughly enjoy this game. I don't think there's anything that I dislike about it. Go, please.
Ha! My one thing. It's a Stonemaier Games tradition to have a race.
Okay.
Euphoria was this way, Scythe is this way.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad way to end a game, but it can be anticlimactic. Someone's out in front, the last couple turns can be very disheartening, especially for those new players, where it's like, they know what they're doing, I don't, I'm not going to be able to do much better than I am right now. And those last 2 rounds are to kind of just like, well, let's just get through it. Like,
right.
It loses that. But for those who are closer and tied and, kind of jockeying for that, those last 2 rounds can be very intense.
There are, especially in the base game, if you will, and when I say base game, I mean the Essential Edition, there are, especially in the base game, very little endgame scoring, if any.
Yeah,
depending on how the game
it's pretty much
plays out.
Who gets there wins. That's
right. I think there's a... Wow, I can't even think of anything in the base game. I haven't played the base game as is for a while, but...
And when we say race game, if you're unfamiliar, you're collecting points over the course of the game, and the first person to get to said number of points ends the game. And typically that person is the winner, as Tommy said.
Then there's final scoring, and everybody gets a last turn, which can sometimes backfire. Like in Scythe, you could be the one to get 6 stars, but then you...
Yeah. Scythe does have more in-game scoring, so I will give
this
that. This is pretty straightforward.
This is almost,
it's a race to the end.
For sure. I can definitely appreciate that, but it also adds tension throughout the game. It's like, man, they're getting really far ahead. It doesn't add tension for the end game.
No,
like you're not like, hey, who's going to win?
Yeah.
But it keeps you like, okay,
it's like,
man,
I gotta
really
do
need
something
to. I need to do something. Yeah,
he scored 5 points last round. If I don't score any points this round, he's probably going to score at least 3 more. So I got to do something. And the turns that you do that, it's great. It's like, yes. But the turns where you...
He said do.
He loves when I say that. But those turns where you can't quite do that and you start to see yourself slipping behind, it can be, a little demoralizing.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's probably... In a low-scoring game, right? Like, max scores sometimes are like 25, 26, 27. In a low-scoring game, even if you only get 15 points, which isn't terrible, it still looks really bad. You're like 10, 12 behind. That's like, man, I did terrible. And especially for new players, I played this with my parents. It was me, McKenna, and my parents. And I think my dad was maybe like 6 or 7 points behind. Like, you did really well. Like, I'm not trying to buddy you up here. But it looks really bad. Like 7 points in a game when you're scoring 150 plus points. That's like, wow, that was a close game.
Yeah, well, even then, especially when you revealed at the end and you're like, oh, I thought I was so much closer than this, or oh, I had no idea.
Yeah.
But this, right,
going
into the end of the game where you pretty much sit.
Yes. I have seen sometimes where the cards can screw people over. And this is probably my one negative thing that I do have to say about this. I have seen it where, you know, people have like, they're producing all this red wine, but all their wine orders are white wine.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, what the heck? Like,
Yeah.
I just need this one card or whatever. So now they're trying to go for green cards instead. And I think that's still off. You know, there's still some mitigation with that.
Yeah, no, there is.
Now that you have red wine, start getting wine orders.
Hoping, but that's the thing. You still may not.
You still have to hope. You still have to
There's
try
still
really
mercy.
hard to do this, but there are ways to do it. And I think the summer and winter cards help a lot with this because, you know, some summer cards are really cool, and it's like build a structure for 4 coins for free.
Yeah.
Winter cards can be like take an action in a previous season. You know, there's these really cool actions that these cards can take, and some of them seem like way overpowered, and you get these ones that are just garbage for your situation. You're like, man, what am I supposed to do? But there is, I believe, some really good mitigation available in this game. You just have to know how to work around everything.
Yeah.
So I would definitely check out Viticulture Essential Edition.
And the player count's nice. 1 to 6, right?
1 to 6, yeah. I've played it 1 player. They have some really cool. I mean, Stonemaier does great with their 1 player games with the Automa deck or whatever. Yeah. It's really good, and they have like this like progression system where you start off playing like this, and then you go to the next level, and it's really cool. But check it out for sure. Viticulture. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.